Okay, we are on letter B, part two. And I want you to notice, keep in mind that once again, this is John Bull, the British version of Uncle Sam. And you see Uncle Sam fighting with Jefferson Davis over the way. And pretty much it says, if you two like fighting better than business, I shall deal at the other shop. And the other shop is Indian Cotton Depot. In other words, because of the war, John Bull, the British are going to be dealing with India, getting their cotton from India. So, in other words, there is a failure of cotton diplomacy. And the key reason is because the British are going to be buying their cotton from India and Egypt, okay? And forget the United States. The South has too many battles, okay? And by too many battles, we're talking about they're not winning all of them. And just like the French told the Americans during the American Revolution, prove to us that you can win. Uh, England is going to pretty much use the same strategy. Prove to us that you can beat the Union. But instead, look at this. England became anti slavery, and the idea that any politician would vote to join the Confederacy or help them out would cost them their job because England was already anti slavery, and the idea of helping out a country that is pro slavery would have it would have committed political suicide. Okay, General Grant finally, uh, Lincoln is gonna find his general. Uh, he would fight to win, and by that I'm talking about uh, he honestly he didn't care how many soldiers he won or how many soldiers he lost. It was about taking the objective. Okay. Also, they call it a war of attrition. Attrition. And this is where you wear down the enemy. Also, uh, the lines of supply were a problem because keep in mind that they would destroy Confederate railroads in the South, and then they would have trouble delivering their own supplies. And as I mentioned, heavy casualties. Uh, Men were expendable to Grant, and what he's going to be doing is he's going to go after the civilians. Why? Because they're the ones that are also involved in the war by helping the Confederacy. He's going to be getting his general, General Tecumseh Sherman, and it's called Sherman's March. And he's going to send them into the South and just tear everything in its path. Sherman is going to have an army of 100,000 men, and pretty much it's a uh, a wave of men 60 miles by wide by 30 miles deep, and pretty much destroy everything in its path. You see hay, burn it down. You see a field of corn, burn it down. You see horses and cows and pigs, take them away. And those that you cannot take away, kill them. You go into the houses, you take what jewelry they have, what food they have. And in other words, as is said, war is hell. Uh, I'm skipping to the surrender at Appomattox, and this is where the war is going to end. And you're going to be seeing that Generals Grant and the Confederate General Lee are going to be meeting, and Lee is going to be surrendering to Grant. Right here, you see an image of General Grant, and he wasn't a spit and polish type of person. You know, he was usually dirty, wrinkled, unshaven, did not care. Okay, and here you see an image of Sherman's March. Okay, if you notice, they're going to they said that they burned down Atlanta, but they're going to start from the north and just work them way all the way to Savannah and then go back up. And this is going to cause the South to surrender. Right here, you see an image of Sherman and the burning of Atlanta. Okay. Right here, you see General Grant, and as I mentioned, not a spit and polish person, wrinkled, muddy boots, and on the other hand, General Lee looking very spit and polished right there. All right, that's the end of part 2. Thank you very much.